Yes, certainly, Nompu. We have been watching the budget very closely. There has been a large group of entrepreneurs, as well as business leaders and industry leaders, captains of industries who are here, particularly from from the construction sector, just speaking to us about what exactly they would like to hear from the minister. Mapifu, you had 4 items prepared. Were all those 4 items met by the minister's speech?
Thanks for that question. I think for us, they were in part answered. I think key for us was really looking at inclusion and particularly employment for young people. Secondly, for us was to really think about access to markets, particularly when we're thinking about infrastructure and the green economy. And thirdly, I think we're really kind of looking at issues around access to finance, and lastly, creating an enabling environment. So I think we did hear the ministers particularly speaking around issues around infrastructure, so that was really great for us, particularly when you're looking at opportunities for small businesses. But I think we wanted to hear a little bit more in terms of how they were going to ensure that effectively the small businesses would participate in this infrastructure boom. And in relation to kind of from a environmental perspective and operating environment, we really did welcome, some of the tax relief that the minister did pronounce, but I think we do recognize, an increase in the fuel levy would have a negative impact on small businesses, particularly when you're looking at transport costs. We are also looking particularly around inclusion and youth. I think we did hear the minister speak about that, particularly in relation to skills and artisanal skills, and I think that was quite crucial when you're thinking about youth unemployment within the country. But I think we wanted to hear a little bit more around particularly incentives for young people to be able to absorb these youth, and particularly not just from a short-term placement, but really looking at it from a long-term sustainability. And I think those were kind of the key issues that we're looking at.
Yeah. In the past, how has the infrastructure sector been looking like? Because the last boom we had was just before the construction of the stadiums, and then we had somewhat of a lackluster period thereafter. Do you think that there's some form of growth potential at this point?
Yeah, most definitely. I think we've heard a lot in the numerous budgets, as well as a huge focus around infrastructure investment. I think the government is seeing it as a critical driver for growth and particularly job creation. And I think that's also particularly important for small businesses. And you are right in saying I think we have seen a lag, but I think we are kind of seeing that government is really critically driving this, particularly when you're looking at water and energy, which are critical for our country, as well as just trying to drive an enabling environment for SMEs.
Certainly, with the water infrastructure challenges that we've been facing, particularly here in Johannesburg, and hearing those commitments to ensure that government is able to address the maintenance backlog, your thoughts on this?
I think these are crucial. I think when you're thinking about the ability for SMEs to really operate within our economy, these are crucial when you're looking at water and, like I said, energy as well. So I think even the government's focus, particularly with municipalities and increasing spend with municipalities, become critical, because I think that is where SMEs directly interact with the economy and where those services are provided. So I think those kind of areas, particularly around the reforming of municipalities, become crucial when we're looking at those kind of areas.
There you have it. Business really confident with regards to the interventions that have been put in place in order to assist municipalities and ensure that municipalities are able to meet their primary objectives. As a business owner, what are your biggest takeaways from this budget?
Thank you for the opportunity. Our biggest takeaway was the VAT capping. It was quite a very significant move that the minister have done. We really enjoy the leverage and the relaxation of the capping of the VAT, and also the increase on the budget on the border authority. That is quite a very significant move from the minister. As you know, that we have been challenged by the illegal immigration employment in the construction industry. It will actually help, to increase the creation of employment of our locals in the construction industry. Thank you.
Yeah. And with regards to, some of the contingency measures that you've had to put in place as a result of the difficulties or the water shortages that we've seen, how has that affected your business and your profit margins? And what do you make of the pronouncements that have now been made by the minister to increase infrastructure spend?
It's always good when the government is increasing the expenditure. The effect of the water crisis is very huge in our industry, especially the effect on our employees at the local level. It's quite a very big challenge, but it's also an opportunity from a business perspective for artisans as well. We'll really like to see the changes in terms of the employment of the artisans.
So what business are you in? Because I hear you speaking about young people as well as artisans, as well as, the employment of unskilled laborers and also the competition that has been created by those who are coming from other countries.
We are in the construction industry. We're doing maintenance and repairs and plumbing.
Thank you. There you have it. Those are some of the entrepreneurs, particularly in the construction industry, just speaking to us on some of the biggest takeaways. We are getting more feedback from those who were also here, who are not only in the construction sector, but some who are in marketing and other sectors. But for now, it's back to you in studio, Nombo.